Hey everyone, today we're going to be learning how to make websites in Python. Now, the traditional way to make a website is to first of all have some ports set up, have networking, and a server. Now, as you can see, this is already a lot of work. Instead, what we do is we have libraries that wrap all of this up, and then we can use these functionalities much more easily. In this series, we will be using Flask, which is one of these libraries, to learn the basics of web development. Alright, so in this video, all we're going to learn to do is just make some routing and some HTML. So what is routing? So routing is something inside of web development where you take an HTML page and assign it a specific address. And when that address is called, you will then return that HTML page, as you can see in this diagram that I've, had on the screen. Alright? Anyway, so back to the programming part. So what we're going to want to do over here in order to set up our routes is first of all make a file called main.py. Inside of a main.py, we're going to have all of our routes. Alright? Before we do that, however, we need to go ahead and install Flask. To do this, go pip3 install Flask and make sure it's a capital F. Alright? Now, once that's done, what we're going to want to do now is just go ahead and import it. To do this, we're going to go from Flask, lowercase f by the way, import Flask. Alright? And we're going to also have to import another thing, and this is so that we can render our HTML templates. This is called render template. Now this is a sub-library of Flask itself, so you don't need to install it once more. Alright? The next thing we're going to want to do is go ahead and create a Flask app. To do this, pick a variable name. I'm going to pick app as that's, related to, the task at hand. So over here inside of app, we're going to go ahead and instantiate the Flask library. I'm going to go Flask, and inside of here, we're going to give in the environment variable of name. So this is going to give the machine name, right? For example, is this machine running on a local host? Is this a server? Blah, blah, blah. All right. So by the way, currently, if you're using your home computer, this is going to be localhost. All right. Now, the next thing we're going to want to do is just go app.run. All right, and that's it. That's all you have to really do just to create the basic server. All right, now to run this, in order to run this, you're just going to go and just run it as a regular Python file. Now, as you can see over here, we have this link, okay, and you're just going to want to go to that. So I'm just opened it up in my web browser. As you can see, there's nothing found. That's because I don't have any routing done, and there's no HTML pages to display it. So let's first of all go ahead and create some HTML pages. Alright, to do this, go ahead and make a file, call it templates. Inside of templates, we're going to have all of our HTML files. This is so that our code is a lot more organized. So right now we're just going to have two templates, or two HTML pages. We're going to have login.html, okay, and then we're going to also have signup.html. Alright, now login and signup.html, they're going to be pretty straightforward. Alright. So first thing you're going to want to do is just go, so this is in signup HTML by the way, go, just make your simple doc type HTML, okay? And then what you're going to want to do is go ahead and add in the HTML tags. /HTML. Okay, now inside of the HTML, you're going to want to go ahead and actually write, you're going to want to, type in all of your HTML. All right, so first of all, we're just going to have a simple header over here, okay? And inside of our header, we're just going to have sign up page, okay? And we're going to do the exact same thing for login page. Now, inside of our main.py, what we now need to do is go ahead and assign these HTML pages a specific route. To do this, what we're going to want to do before app.run, okay, is go do it right above app.run. This is because we don't want the routes to be made after the app is run. So go over here and just go at app.route. Okay, so that's how you create a route. Okay, you take the app value and then create a route because that's a subclass. All right, and then you're going to give it a route name, or this is the address. So by default, we're going to have one slash. Okay, so this is going to be our first route. All right. And then we're going to have a specific function for it. My function will be called login. This is because it's directly related to login.html. And over here, all I'm going to go ahead and return is the template for login.html. to do this, I'm going to go render template login.html. Okay. Similarly, I'm going to repeat this exact same concept for app.route and signup. Now in signup.html, I'm going to go render template signup.html. All right. Now you might be wondering, why have I not included the templates? This is because by default, Flask searches for the templates file and puts it in and retrieves it from there. Now, if I were to go ahead and just run this right now, oh yeah, sorry, you need a different function. So I'm going to put this as signup. Now, if I were to go ahead and run this, okay. Now, as you can see, as you can see over here, we have the login page. All right, and let's just So as you can see, this is all the code that we had beforehand. Now, similarly, let's suppose if I go /signup, I get my signup page. All right, so now we know that our routes properly work together. And similarly, we can now actually add some basic functionality to access these two routes between each other. Accessing the two routes between each other can be something as simple as just adding a basic link. To do this, just use the let's go /p for paragraph, right? Okay, and then we're just going to go ahead and say sign up here, if not user. Okay, and then we're just going to want to use the A tags. The A tags specify a link. All right, and then inside of our A tags, we're going to go ahead and just specify the route at which the signup page is at. So signup page is simply at /signup. All right, so we're just going to copy that, all right, and paste it. All right, and similarly, let's just go ahead and repeat this exact same concept for signup page. We're going to have simply a /. We're just going to have a login here. Okay. Now, if I were to just go ahead and run, if I were to just go ahead and run this, okay, let's just click that. Here we are. Yeah. So if I go over here into the login, into sign up here, if not user, and click login here, as you can see, they constantly go back and forth between the routes. So, and just like that, we've now just created our very first web app. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next video.